Psychology facts about human behavior that will blow your mind. The surface of the vulva does not require deep penetration to reach climax. Many women find sufficient stimulation externally. Across various countries, there is a growing trend of incorporating sex toys like vibrators and pornography into foreplay. Notably, Iceland leads in vibrator use during foreplay, closely followed by the UK and Norway. While oral sex is embraced as a standard part of foreplay and sexual arousal in many societies, other cultures view it with disdain or moral objection, particularly in parts of the Western world, industrial Asia, and some South Pacific islands. Conversely, several African regions find oral sex profoundly unnatural, and numerous religions deem it sinful. It's often noted that women generally need longer stimulation to climax, sometimes up to 20 minutes, yet some can achieve orgasm in as little as 30 seconds through self-stimulation. Studies by the American Sociological Association highlight that the most intense sexual experiences are usually with a loved partner, and interestingly, men who participate more in household chores report having more frequent sexual encounters. The U.S. has more regulations on sexual activities than all European countries combined, with several states imposing unique restrictions such as bans on sex toys in Alabama and specific acts like flirting in San Antonio, Texas, or sleeping naked in Minnesota. Research published in the Journal of Sex Research shows that touching is viewed by 100% of women and 95% of men as a clear indicator of sexual interest. In a survey involving 40,000 men, 90% found it highly attractive when women initiate sexual activity, and about 75% agreed that excessive makeup detracts from a woman's appeal. Foreplay is crucial for many women, with only 30% able to orgasm through intercourse alone, per Men's Health. The sequence of foreplay, like stretching before exercise, is vital for excellent sexual performance. Reports of successive orgasms within a brief period and orgasms following gender transition surgeries highlight the diverse experiences of sexual climax. Interestingly, certain brain regions activated by pain are also involved during an orgasm, explaining why expressions of pain and pleasure can appear similar. The definition of foreplay varies widely, including any act that enhances sexual desire, such as kissing, touching, and sensual environment setup. Australian studies suggest most women find the idea of foreplay more arousing than the act of sex itself, with a disparity between the desired and actual duration of foreplay reported by men and women. Orgasm durations are relatively similar across genders, with an average of 18 seconds for women and 22 seconds for men. A notable orgasm gap exists between genders, with discrepancies in reported orgasm occurrences between sexual partners. Post-orgasm, men experience a refractory period, which varies by age and experience, affecting the ability to achieve subsequent orgasms. People who smell pleasant are often perceived as more attractive, and emotional pain post-breakup tends to affect men more deeply than women. Contrary to popular belief, studies indicate that men and women can maintain platonic relationships. The potential health and psychological benefits of regular sexual activity include mood enhancement and reduced risk of certain diseases. Sexual myths, such as the anti-aging effects of sperm or the comparison of food cravings to sexual arousal, continue to intrigue. The window for fertilization post-ovulation is limited, highlighting the importance of timing in reproductive health. Public misconceptions about sexual practices, like the legality of specific acts or the effectiveness of certain contraceptives, persist despite increasing access to sexual education. Awareness of sexual health, including the importance of post-sexual hygiene and the hidden risks of sexually transmitted infections, STIs, without symptoms, remains crucial for public health. The dynamics of sexual encounters and the various misconceptions surrounding them can greatly impact relationships and personal health. For instance, the idea that only 18% of women can achieve orgasm solely through vaginal penetration emphasizes the need for a broader understanding of female sexual satisfaction and the importance of comprehensive sexual education. Documented cases have shown that sperm can remain viable within the female reproductive system for up to 8 days, underscoring the importance of effective contraceptive measures beyond just timing. The fact that having orgasms can release an antidiuretic hormone, which may make it difficult to urinate immediately after sex, highlights unique physiological responses tied to sexual activity. Health professionals advise urinating soon after intercourse to help prevent urinary tract infections. The concept of sexual desire varies significantly across different studies and surveys. For example, a 2010 study highlighted that a blowjob is the most desired sexual act among straight men. Another interesting finding from British respondents indicated that a third have experienced a sex-related injury, showcasing the physical risks that can accompany sexual activities. The record for the largest penis, measuring 18.9 inches, brought its owner more anguish than pleasure, presenting an extreme example of how physical attributes can affect personal well-being. The use of vibrators during intercourse is reported by 37% of women regularly, indicating a shift towards more open incorporation of sex toys in intimate relationships. This openness can also be seen in findings that women can achieve orgasm just from breast stimulation, a less commonly discussed route to sexual satisfaction. Sex therapists suggest that sexual encounters are too brief if they last only 1 to 2 minutes, while a duration of 7 to 13 minutes is generally considered desirable. However, if the activity extends beyond 30 minutes, it is often perceived as excessively long. This perception of ideal duration can influence sexual satisfaction and expectations within relationships. Interestingly, 15% of women have reportedly experienced an orgasm during exercise, a phenomenon known as a coorgasm, which underscores the complex and varied nature of female sexual response. The statistical differences in the number of sexual partners between genders, with women averaging 4 and men 7, reflect cultural, social, and personal attitudes towards sexual activity. Sexual dysfunction often stems from psychological concerns about one's body image. Embracing one's body and understanding its responses plays a crucial role in sexual health and satisfaction. Festival goers often prioritize social and recreational activities, including drug use and sex, over the actual events they attend, reflecting broader social behaviors and preferences. Higher levels of testosterone in women have been linked to a greater interest in masturbation rather than partnered sex, suggesting hormonal influences on sexual behavior. New mothers are often ready to resume sexual activities sooner than the typically advised 6-week waiting period, indicating variability in postpartum recovery and sexual readiness. The sensation of hardened nipples is processed in the same brain region as sensations from the genitals, highlighting the interconnectedness of sexual arousal zones across the body. Despite the prevalent focus on intercourse, about 75% of men consistently reach orgasm during sex, which contrasts with women's experiences and contributes to ongoing discussions about the orgasm gap. Research continues to reveal how good sex can trigger brain regions associated with falling in love, suggesting a deep biological connection between sexual satisfaction and emotional bonding. Men who engage in regular sexual activity are found to have a significantly reduced risk of heart disease, demonstrating the health benefits associated with an active sex life. Misconceptions about condom use, such as the belief that condoms stored in wallets are reliable, pose risks for STI transmission and unintended pregnancies. The lifespan of a condom, typically 3 to 5 years, is crucial information for ensuring safety and efficacy in preventing STIs and pregnancies. This information is essential for individuals to manage their sexual health responsibly and enjoyably. Grooming habits associated with sexual activity, such as shaving the pubic area, have implications beyond aesthetics. Although often done for personal or partner preference, shaving can increase the risk of spreading sexually transmitted infections, STIs, by causing microabrasions on the skin. This fact raises important considerations about personal care routines and their impact on sexual health. Footwear, specifically high heels, can alter physical appearance and perception significantly. A study found that a woman's buttocks protrudes 25% more when wearing heels, which may enhance sexual attractiveness to some. This kind of detail illustrates the intersection of fashion, body image, and sexual perception. According to the National Center for Health Statistics, 5.8 million women have used the morning after pill as a form of emergency contraception, demonstrating the widespread reliance on this method to prevent unintended pregnancies after unprotected sex. This statistic emphasizes the need for accessible contraceptive options and informed sexual health practices. Regular visits to the gynecologist are crucial for women, especially considering that many severe STIs can remain asymptomatic for years. This silent progression can have devastating health consequences, highlighting the importance of preventive care and regular health screenings. The discussion of sexual dynamics would be incomplete without addressing the challenges and myths surrounding male and female friendships. Studies challenging the notion that men and women cannot maintain platonic relationships suggest that social and cultural contexts heavily influence these dynamics. This ongoing debate reflects broader societal norms and personal beliefs about gender and relationships. The anti-aging properties attributed to sperm, which some believe can tighten the skin, illustrate the myriad of unconventional beliefs about sexual health that persist in popular culture. While such claims are largely anecdotal and lack scientific backing, they contribute to the complex tapestry of sexual mythology. Sleep deprivation's effect on men's perception of women's sexual interest points to the broader implications of mental and physical health on sexual dynamics. Fatigued individuals may misinterpret social cues, leading to misunderstandings or inappropriate behaviors. Women who enjoy kinkier forms of sexual expression have been found in some studies to be psychologically healthier. This finding challenges traditional views on sexual norms and suggests a correlation between sexual freedom and mental well-being. After an orgasm, the penis experiences a refractory period where it can't have another orgasm until the time refractory period is over. Sexologists call it an orgasm gap, where the penis doesn't get hard for a few moments to a few minutes. After erection, it depends on the person, on when that period is over. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.